which is what we sat on. And there was no floors.
Floors wasn't done.
There was nothing here. Damn near nothing here.
Well, we had like 2 chairs and some speakers.
Just some speakers.
And so yeah, we were sitting on speakers. We like a ghetto rent party.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And we got drunk as hell.
Hold on, somebody's at the front door. Hold on.
We got drunk as hell. You know, but that's for y'all who don't know, that's where the
hello, hey,
started.
Hold on. Tim.
Sorry for this momentary interruption, guys.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta go let Tim in. Hold on, y'all.
He's a busy man. We're gonna talk about that. This is what he does. This is exactly what he does. He's all over the place. So while he lets in a member, a guest, a customer, we'll talk about kind of what we got going on the concept. The release session presents Smoking Words. We're gonna touch base with a lot of folks in the cigar industry, a lot of the poetry side. We're gonna talk about some real life shit. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to Money Productions, GFN Radio. Shout out to iHeart. Definitely got to give some love to Cigar Lifestyle, Dallas Leaf. Shout out to Crowns by Trey. You know, the Lunch Bunch, absolutely. You know, and Sticks and Kicks podcast about to take off too, so we definitely want to shout them out as well. But hopefully we can get this interview going. This is, if y'all don't know, this is what Jason does. The guy does everything. He parks the cars, he cooks the food, he fixes the drinks, he sweeps the floor, does a little bit of everything. So we're going to get him back here and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about everything he has going on. I appreciate everybody tuning in and sticking with us. That everybody's been supporting the release session. It's been a long time coming. We finally got this thing launched out. We're in the Platinum Room. That's where we're set up at. We're broadcasting live. This is going to go to YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and it's also going to go Instagram Live as well. And it'll definitely be on the iHeart Radio channel. So definitely check us out. Tune in. So other than that, if you got something good going on, you got some positive stuff, holler at me. I love to get you on. Love to talk about it. See what you got going on as much as we can. We got to definitely support each other. So we got them back. We're going to get the thing popping. I appreciate everybody. That's what he does. Does a little bit of everything.
Hey, man. Hey. I'm the janitor. I'm the cook. And on my lunch break, I run the flower shop.
Absolutely. So let's start here. Explain to me, and a lot of people who don't know, at what point did this come to fruition, the attaché? I mean, like, was it something you were doing in some place you were at? Or like, at what point did it say, you know what, I got it, I want to do that?
I'm going to tell you something. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to probably clear up a bunch of, you know what, this is a wonderful platform. I'm going to clear up a bunch of bullshit right now.
Smoking Words. Do it.
So, the first person I ever thought of, I used to have a person I thought I was pretty cool with. Jeff. Okay. Had a cigar lounge. And me and Denise had a food truck at that time. And so he was asking me to help him bartend because he needed help, you know. And I'd help him he had a place called Astute Gentleman up in Farmers Branch.
Okay.
And so I helped him do a little bit of construction work and some other stuff, just trying to help him lend it, you know, what I would normally do for anybody else. If you were building something or whatever the case, I'd, you know, help out and stuff. And a couple times he asked me to come and bartend for him and do some stuff like that for him. So that relationship didn't go farther though. You know, his opinions about certain things and my opinions about other things, you know, my money, my help, my ideas or whatever case, were different than what I wanted. So I just stopped coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. You know, he wants some ice. Shit, he's looking for ice. But the idea of a cigar lounge to me was intriguing. And I had a window cleaning company at the time also. Mm-hmm. I used to own the largest window cleaning company in 10 county area. Wow. And so, you know, even with, you know, 8 crews working and stuff like that, it was labor. You know what I'm saying?
Work your ass off.
Yeah, I was busting my ass. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, we got to do something different. This is not, how it is. I mean, because even when I wasn't doing the actual physical cleaning of the windows, the labor in keeping the trucks maintained, keeping everybody's supplies together, making sure payroll got out, making sure everybody had a uniform. Yeah, it's a lot. It still was like, yo, I didn't cut down on the work. You know what I'm saying? I traded. You know what I'm saying? I traded one kind of work for another kind of work. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo,
I can dig it.
I ain't trying to do this like this. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing about the cigar lounge, it was intriguing and stuff, and it was cool. But I felt like, and it could have been. I'm not saying so. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. It could have been that he didn't want to tell me like some of the certain trade secrets or tricks of it, whatever the case.
Tricks of the trade.
Right.
For whatever reason. You knew the cigars at that time.
Well, no, I didn't know cigars at all.
Okay, so
right. But I knew business. Yeah. Here's the thing. So when I asked him certain questions about how this worked, how that worked, he would give me answers. I'd be like, well, either he not trying to tell me, or he don't know, because that's not true. You see what I'm saying? So even when somebody gives you some shit that's not true, you have to think, okay, well maybe he might not have known it was, not true. Or maybe he, it's like my great grandmother said, either you lied or you've been lying. Either you lying or you've been lied to.
Damn.
So
right.
So I was like, okay. So I started figuring it out. Started trying to put a few things together. Had a partner of mine, another dude that I thought I was pretty cool with, Rick, back in the day, who smoked cigars. So I was like, okay, so here you go. I could use you as a reference, But then the thing about it is, and I will say this to anybody in business, y'all, I mean, so seriously. There are a lot of people who get involved in different activities, different sports, different, whatever it is. You got to turn the camera because you cut my head off. Different activities. Yeah, there you go. And just because you play recreational baseball, don't know you know a whole lot of shit about baseball.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Like my grandma told me once. She said, "Just because you pour syrup on it, don't make it pancake."
Right.
Just like that.
Right. And so, I felt like that because I took a person at his word that he knew different things or he knew things about business or whatever the case, then, like I want to be taken at my word, you know what I'm saying? Cool, let's roll with that. Well, over time, that information proved not to be true, But here's the thing. One thing that I do know is that no matter what you're doing and how you're doing it, when you involve yourself, when you really commit yourself and involve yourself in something, the right people who you need to be around you and you need to be around, you'll find your way to them, they'll find their way to you. Yeah. Right. So
absolutely.
There were times when I just decided, like, if I didn't have like a busy schedule during the day, that I was just gonna go to cigar lounges, just go to random cigar lounges. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Check them out and see what's happening. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So one day I went to Industrial Cigars, right?
Yeah.
Random cigar lounge. Walked in there. It was some white guys in there, a square table, and a couple of couches sitting around with some brothers in it. At that table was Trey.
Trey Way.
Yeah, Trey was up.
Crowned by Trey.
Right. Crowned by Trey. Trey was there. Fitz was there. Yeah. Khalid Sailor was there. Yeah. All them cats was there. Right? Mm-hmm. And so just start talking to him. Just like another time I walked into what is Cigar Arts. Bishop Arts District.
Bishop Arts.
Right. Walked into Cigar Arts. Brooks was in there. Rachel was in there.
Yeah.
Bobby Bateman was in there.
That's their spot.
Right. They was in there kicking it. So wonderful, resourceful people as far as cigars. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I start talking to a lot of the people, different people about different things, so I began to kind of notice, some of the things that some of the people I was hanging around with, like, the Ricks and the Jeffs or whatever case, when I started talking to other people about, then they started kind of dispelling some of that information. I was like, this nigga don't know what he's talking
So
about.
you're getting different information
From
people
right.
who are still in the cigar world, the
right.
cigar business.
Right.
They're not really owning a lounge, anything like that, but they smoke, so they go to these lounges.
Right. And the thing about it is when you got a cat, now here's the thing. Stephen Brooks don't own a lounge, right? But Brooks knows his shit.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Very familiar with Brooks. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out Brooks. Yeah. So Brooks knows his shit. And Brooks freely gave. You think what I'm saying? That's really important. Okay? Brooks freely gave.
Stop supporting.
Right. Bobby Bateman gave.
Supporting.
You see what I'm saying? Bobby, like, oh man, let me tell you about this, let me tell you about that, And different people have their different ideas about different other people who they get along with, who they don't get along with, whatever. And that's all well and good because we all have different experiences with people. Yeah, we gonna do that. But yeah, then when I started seeing that, so then I was like, okay, cool. So, for me, I'm the type of guy that I have this perspective of, when you see other people doing things, they doing, people like Elon Musk is making electric cars and stuff, okay? Right. Well, people think, oh, wow, that's wonderful. He wants to go to the moon and all kind of shit and go to Mars, right? Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something. My great-grandmother said this a long time ago. She said, all dreams begin and end in reality.
That's deep.
Plain and simple. So if Elon Musk go make an electric car, do some stuff, if he's one person who organized whatever resources it was and able to do it, why can't you? He's a man. He puts his pants on one leg at a time.
So you go in these lounges, you scouting,
right?
You gathering information, you collecting everything you need to collect. Now, how did you get from that information and continue? I'm assuming you still gather as you go along this road. You gather stuff,
and I'm still working.
So, where did you say, that's it, I'm doing it?
Okay, so back when I was thinking about this idea, Jeff was building his stuff, and I forget who it was came in we was over at Jeff's place, and somebody came in the door and they started talking about Smith Brothers because it was Smith Brothers back then.
Yep, Smith Brothers. If y'all don't know Smith Brothers, now known as Blowing Smoke, Duncanville Road. Right. Shout out to EB. Much love to you.
Oh no, they don't know. Oh, they don't Duncanville.
Well, they're moving now. I don't know where.
Yeah, they're not in Duncanville anymore. Yeah.
But shout out EB.
Yeah. But so this before EB was even involved.
Yeah. We talking Adrian
and Lisa. Adrian and Lisa. So some kind of way somebody started talking about they copying Jeff. You see what I'm saying? They looks like. Well, here's the thing. Here's the truth of it is.
Forgot y'all don't know. Jeff owns the Astute Cigar Lounge.
Yeah.
If y'all trying to connect dots and things
Astute
like
Gentleman.
that.
It's a barbershop, and it used to be a cigar lounge on the a bigger side. So this is only for clarity's sake. We have to say this. So if you look at what the floor plans look like between these two, they were similar. That they had a small part, a small thin part, and then a bigger, wider part. That was like the concert hall part, right? That was the similarities, right? Somebody swung that whole thing to they trying to copy them, right? Okay. Nigga shit gets out of hand.
It does.
Okay. And so I said, okay, well I'll go check it out. I'll go scout it out for you. You know what I'm saying? But when I got over to try to scout it out, they were closed down. Okay. So I said, okay, well, here's the thing. They're closed down. And I made some suggestions to Jeff. And I said, well, here's the thing. Don't worry about them. They closed down. Okay. And then, but I was like, if I were you, I would do this. He told me, because this is going to answer your question. He told me, oh, no, nigga, when you get you a lounge, then you do it like that.
Heard that? That's called somebody give you the green light.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't need the green light, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, here's the, for me.
But you got pushed.
Well, yeah, but it was like, wow, you know, okay, well, I guess so. You know what I'm saying?
Because if two people trying to do something together,
Right.
then that sentence never happens.
Right.
It doesn't happen.
So I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And just for the record, real quick, just for the record, go smoke at a stoop. Visit business. We don't hate. We don't do that.
No.
We don't. It ain't even that type of party. A stoop, barbershop, and lounge. I believe it's in Farmers Branch.
Yeah.
Owned by Jeff.
Shit.
You in that area? Go smoke. Fellowship.
11442 or some shit like that.
Yeah, just want to clarify that for y'all try to take something and go to another way with it.
Yeah, no, go smoke with it.
It's all
go
love.
Smoke with it.
We telling the story right now, but go ahead.
Yeah, go smoke with it. So, what is that? So, long story short, just decided to do my own thing. And honestly, to clear up any bad blood rumors or whatever case, because this is the only reason that I think that it came out. Initially, when Smith Brothers was closed down, I was gonna try to rent that space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
because I was gonna try to rent that space. And that's where a little bit of bad blood between Lisa got involved because she was upset, about somebody saying, we were trying to rent her space, but it was available. It was for rent. So I mean, it wasn't personal. It wasn't, it was for rent. You know what I'm saying?
It's business.
It's business. Yeah, you had a cigar lounge. You built a humidor. It was gonna save me some money having to build a humidor. I could modify it. I went to see the city of Duncanville and asked them basically, okay, why did this business get shut down? How, what kind of problems did they have? Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna remanufacture their problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talked to them. A couple of people down in Duncanville started acting stupid. So I was like, okay, cool. I won't do that. Then got a real estate agent, a commercial real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking for other properties. And I want y'all to understand something. Seriously, listen here. I'm gonna say this. I don't care who sleep with who. I'm heterosexual, but I don't give a damn if you're homosexual, you're men and like men, or women and like women, or whatever case. That doesn't matter to me. And if I say some stuff like a fag or a dyke or whatever case, I'm not trying to be funky. That's just some common shit that people say. You know what I'm saying? But the talking to this real estate agent, this guy, his name was Justin Peters, and he's a little gay dude, right? And which didn't matter to me.
That's okay.
But he
like
right, however he do it. So he said he remarked one day, he was showing us some property, and he remarked at my salesmanship. Okay, he was like, "Oh man, you really have some really serious salesmanship." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Yeah, I can sell dick to dykes." Right.
In only typical Jason fashion.
Right. But let me tell you something though. But this motherfucker here, man, look, he got pissed off and started trying to put salt under me. I was like, "You're stupid," because you're gonna be, you're gonna benefit from the whole transaction. So I was trying to get this property that they had listed. He didn't want to let me do it. He was trying to keep me from doing it. So then he made a funky comment about, well, he didn't know if we could pay all the rent. So I found out where he worked for, and I took a cashier's check for a whole year's month rent to his office.
You ready?
Huh?
You was ready.
No. Listen, what I did, it was a chess move. It was a rook took a queen, right?
Yeah.
So I took a whole year's rent, a cashier's check for a whole year's rent, down to his office. Okay. And I gave it to the secretary, and she did like she normally would do, checking rent. She was stamping rents in and stuff like that, right? So, and he wasn't calling me back at the time either, right? So he was pissed off or whatever case, acting like a little hoe. And so then he called me back. "You need to come pick up that check. You need to come pick up that check." Because what happened is the white people that he worked for was wanting to know, why are we giving back $50,000? Why does somebody want to give us $50,000?
Right.
And you're not pulling the trigger on
But
getting
nobody wants to give back $50,000.
No, cashier check. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
wants to give back 50 racks. You know what I'm saying? Like guaranteed funds. Like, why are we giving back 50 racks of guaranteed funds?
Absolutely.
And so then I was like, yo, because I was trying to pay homeboy and I was trying to sign a lease, and he was worried about me paying the rent, so I paid it all in 1 year term. But he won't put, and so they fired him, of course, and I was like, yeah, let me come get my check. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, at that point, I didn't want the property anyway, but I just wanted them to fire him, which they did.
Called being an idiot instead of doing business.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then we found another property and through a referral from another real estate agent, a brother. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I still do business with brothers, although I've had bad experience with brothers doing real estate business or whatever the case. I still do business with my people first and foremost. Just because those knuckleheads did something bad, that don't mean everybody's gonna do that.
Right.
So Jason Medlock, he didn't have a real estate license, and he was trying to put me off on this building, till he got his credentials back in order, right? So he could get his commission, right? And I was like, yo, man, we need to hurry up and go. We got stuff we trying to do, So he fell to the wayside, and that's when me and Rick were still cool. And Rick found this place, actually. Rick found this place.
And where we at right now?
We're in the space we're in now.
Yeah. And this is the space we're in right now. 4099 West Camp Wisdom Road, Detached Lounge. Now, what was this place before?
It was Aaron's Rent.
Aaron's Rent.
Yeah, it was Aaron's Rent.
Wow. And I remember that because I grew up
back in the day. Yeah.
And I started days going to Redbury Mall up and down Camp Wisdom. And I remember
showing up
this spot right here.
Yeah. And so got on the phone with the people. Money talks and bullshit walks. I got on the phone with the people. They didn't even check my credit. They didn't even check my credit. They wanted to know how much I would, agree to. I said, well, let's talk about the lease. I had a file. By that time, I had another real estate agent, Sonia Bell. Shout out to Sister Sonia Bell. She's tough. Hey, y'all need commercial real estate, Sonia Bell. There you go. Sonya got it. Sonya got on the phone. In 3 days, we had the lease in hand, money exchange, keys in the hand.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? Done.
That fast.
So all the bullshit of other people talking about how it don't happen that fast and it can't do this. I was like, I'm talking about I'm not talking about in 3 days from I'm talking about from the first phone call. Within 3 days, had the keys in my hand. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
The first phone call, here's the application, send it back the next day. That second day, oh, we like it. That third day, we'll meet you with the keys. Boom. Wow. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so we got the keys.
Got the keys.
You walk in here, what you feel like?
Man, walked in here, man, felt like jubilant. Felt like, yo, let's get to work, right?
Yeah.
Came in here and started doing stuff, and we found out that Aaron's was some lazy motherfuckers, and they had 6 floors down in this motherfucker.
Wow. So now you're like,
oh, we were scraping up floors.
We
was
about
like,
to work.
Yeah, I was like, yo, man, we finna find every crackhead I can find.
Then did you think when you got in here, you see all that, and say, okay, now I see why that deal was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I mean, it's still a good deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal.
But did you say like, okay, that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good deal. But yeah, like the expediency of how fast they wanted to get done. Oh hell, y'all like, God damn, I didn't negotiate pulling up these floors. God damn, I didn't negotiate.
Wow.
So
Did you have a vision yet?
Yeah. I actually did. I had a vision from that other space that we had that was over there. We had another space that was over there off of Wheatland. We wanted across from Home Depot. Mm-hmm. So I had a vision of what I wanted to do. So I just had to modify it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and get it done. It actually turned out better. Turned out, all of these things happen, very, with virtue, man. Like how it just happened like it needed to happen. So.
Which goes back to when I first met you. We sitting on boxes, sitting on carts,
speakers,
nothing in there, and I remember that week, which by the way I got drunk as hell that night. They invited us out here. Oh my God. Anyway, but that week no boxes. I come back the next week. Walls getting painted. I'm talking the wife painting. This is not no workers. I'm talking him and the family painting and fixing and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I come back a week later, TV's up. This thing happened that fast.
Yeah.
Like y'all was grinding and busting and hustling and everything else.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I was there. I've been here from the beginning. Not as most some of our other members like Number One. Shout out to Number One.
Number One.
But I saw.
Yeah.
And what he does.
Hey, y'all, hold on.
Like, here, what we'll do. We'll take a break.
Yeah, take a break. Let me go sell us cat cigar.
Do that.
Yeah.
We're going to sell a cigar. We're going to come back. And, you know, we're going to talk a little bit more with Jason Stanford, the owner of the Attache Lounge. We're going to talk about where we're at right now and where we're going. Because the guys got bigger plans. So y'all hold tight. We're going to throw on some tunes. We're going to come right back. Appreciate everybody that's tuning on right now and checking us out. Much love to everybody. What up, Steve Bo? My OG, man. It's good to see you, my brother. See you tomorrow, buddy. And while we're doing that, man, we can do some individual promotion, man. For the hours that tuning in, don't know who I am the host of the Release Session Presents Spoken Words. I also am the host of the Release Session Spoken Word Poetry Show that we also do here at the Attache Lounge. The next show will be March the 20th. The Release Session presents All the Way Up. So if you guys ain't doing nothing on the 20th, y'all come out and check out the Spoken Word Poetry Show right here, and you can get to see this lounge that we're definitely talking about right now. Shout out to the Lunch Bunch, man. Lunch Bunch will be beating as we do tomorrow at Bucks Cabaret. Shout out to J. Cole, management Bucks Cabaret. Lunch Bunch will be in the building on the patio. Steak and lobster tail, $9.99 on Thursdays. Y'all come out there and smoke with us. We got that going on Thursdays. Shout out to Cigar Lifestyle, my man Glenn Smitty. We got the setup at Taco Patron. Shout out to Kevin Puff Smith, Taco Patron on Fridays, Sundays, Thursdays. If you guys need something to do in the city on those days, that is the spot to be. Taco Patron goes down. Good food, good drinks. Myself and Glenn, we'll be sitting up on the patio with the cigars, doing what we do. And also, we just opened up a new spot. Not opened up a new spot, but we set up at a new spot at Blue Mesa. No COVID, don't worry. We set up a Blue Mesa yesterday off of Belline and Mumford. That's another new spot that we'll be setting up on the patio on Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays, 6 p.m. 12. We'll be doing that as well. So it's a lot of different spots out here in the city. If you guys want to catch up, you want to follow along, definitely you can check us out at a lot of those spots right there. So those are definitely some of the things that we'll be doing in the meantime. So there's a lot of different things we can do. And like I said, if you got something good going on, I'd love to get you on the podcast. We can talk about it, talk about your vision, things you have going on. That'd be some really dope stuff to do. So while we're waiting on Jay to come back, I'm gonna throw some on, and we'll be back with you in a second, man. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all stay on, man. I'll be right back. Your boy I Am Will. The Release Session presents Spoken Words Podcast 1. Appreciate the love.
Using Squarespace helped my business grow from a journal to a website.
Hey you. I'm coming to let you know you're a hypocrite. When you just laughing at me, when you just sharing that shit about my partner now, oh, you thought that shit was funny. Oh, I'm wrong, right? Man, come on, man. Y'all fucking tripping. Look, niggas telling me I was wrong, like he went out here dissing me. I don't turn down no beef shit, I guess it's meant to block. Right before that nigga died, he was dissing last week. Talking about I can't walk, why you couldn't just let it be? Okay, I'ma keep it G, try to keep it in the street.
Trap Boy Freddy. If y'all ain't, that joint I was just playing is called Trap Boy Freddy Hypocrite.
Oh, wow.
He is this song is a full confession, in my opinion, if you haven't heard it yet. Very deep. He goes into detail about the issues with him and Mo3. So y'all check that out. Again, that name of that joint is called Hypocrite by Trap Boy Freddy. So we're back at it. We got Jason back. Like I said, hey, the man's doing cigars. He's parking cars. He's sweeping. He's mopping. He's cooking. He's fixing drinks.
Making donuts.
All that good stuff. And speaking of food, I'm gonna get a burger before I leave today. If y'all haven't had the burger here,
why you playing?
the burger here is the truth. I'm just letting you know. All right, so here we are. You got the keys.
Yeah, got
You're
the
doing
keys.
the work. Everything going up.
Yep.
Now you had the grand opening.
Yeah.
I remember the grand opening. It was
Right.
it was packed out here.
Right.
So emotionally, what were you feeling at that grand opening? You looked out and you seen this place packed. Cause I was here. It was
It was
packed.
loaded.
What was your emotion of something that you had been working on, something that came to fruition, and it happened?
It was most people would think it's kind of like the roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to the top and start flying down.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's not how it works. It's it works like this. Is the roller coaster? You was going up the hill, the shit clicked. You thought you was finna sliding down, and then it came to work.
Right.
Because the thing about it is, even though the grand opening and all that kind of stuff was a hit, it was a smash. We still weren't finished fixing the lounge.
Right.
Yeah, we did a grand opening, and we still had, like, when we did the soft opening, we didn't have the bar up. Remember that?
I remember that.
We mixed drinks on tables.
I do.
You know.
I do.
And so it was still more work to do. I mean, there's consistently, to this day, there's been more work, and every time we add a different component, it requires more effort. It requires different people. So we got a staff of 7 here now. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to the staff too. They do a great job.
Yeah. So, and so the thing about it is what is she saying? What, Denise?
And for those y'all don't know, the wife, Denise Stafford.
Yeah, Denise.
The other owner, attaché, such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Everybody tell you that.
Yeah.
Such a sweetheart. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but y'all tell her, but butter won't melt. No. So yeah, it's just work, man. I mean, and I say this to anybody who is in, whether it's a cigar lounge or any other business, if you're thinking you're gonna go into business and it's gonna get easy real quick, don't do it. The business will teach you. The business will teach you what it needs. The business is like a baby. It's going to teach you what it needs to survive. The baby's going to say, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you look at a baby and I'm talking about, heaven forbid anybody would have a special needs baby. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you have a baby that's not a special needs baby, you're still going to learn a whole bunch. And I don't care if it's, you have to be your first baby. It could be your third, fourth, fifth. It could be your grandchild. Okay?
Right.
That baby is going to tell you what it needs. That baby is going to ask for what it needs. Okay, and this business is consistently demanding what it needs, even to this day. That's what your business is going to do. It's going to demand what it needs. The different things between like if you had a small child, it's going to have like colds or different
Needs attention.
conditions. Huh?
Needs that attention.
Yeah, it needs that attention. It's gonna happen. So I mean, here we've had different things. We've had all kind of different environments. We had people come, and we had slow times. We had times when we didn't have entertainment. There are times that and then we got this cat walked in. We didn't really have entertainment, and honestly, at first I was strictly a lounge purist. At first, I was like, oh shit, all of that music and shit, that's garbage. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's not. I'm not gonna do that. Now there had to become a very thin line and a very delicate balance between what we do and what we don't do here. So if y'all didn't know, Mr. Relief
That's
Session,
the guy.
Mr. Relief Session came through the door and was like, yo, man, I'm looking for a home for my show. Yeah. And so we were like, okay, cool, let's do it. It's positive. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
That went very well. It went very well for us, especially in the financial sense, because at that time we needed some more money.
And let me tell this story real quick. I gotta tell y'all the history of how the Relief Session came across with the Attaché Lounge. It's funny to me. I think about it all the time. I'm at the Essence Festival in New Orleans, having a good time, some birthday. I get an inbox from his wife, Denise. She said, hey, I'd love to meet with you about the Relief Session, the show, and all that. And I'm excited. I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. I said, I'm in New Orleans, but when we get back to Dallas, we definitely can meet, talk about it. I would love to. Cool. 5 minutes later, I get an inbox from this guy. Same message, different words. And what I mean by that same message, different words, he was like, get the fuck over here. We're gonna fucking meet. I want you in my fucking lounge. Yada, yada, yada. And I can honestly tell you that was one of the best business and personal decisions I've ever made. Because since that day, we've been performing here at the release session. I'm sorry, at the Attache Lounge since I met him.
Yeah.
And this guy has shown the show so much support, so much love, that it's home. It's home, and it's if you've never been to a release session at this place, you're missing out because a show at this particular lounge, it's an experience. It's a whole different experience. But I just want to say that. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so, then and I'll give credit. I'm gonna give credit to credit where, especially where credit is due. So Robin,
Yes, Robin.
Shout out Robin.
Need a hat.
Yeah. So Robin Patton says one day, "Hey, why don't y'all invite Tamia to perform on the stage?"
To be a deal.
Right. And so I was like, now, mind you, I grew up here in the 80s, okay? And I remember when Grant Hill went to high school around here, right? And so she said Tamia, so I was like, she's talking about Tamia like Grant Hill's wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? We ain't got no fucking bread, you know. She's under contract with Quincy Jones. We ain't got no bread like that. You know, what you trying to do? And so she's like, no, not that Tamia. This other Tamia, she's from around here, but she's got a wonderful show. And so we called her up. We were like, yo, can you get the number for her? And Robin did. She got the number for us, so it was like, cool. And match made in heaven. Tamia had been performing here every month since.
Every month. She does. If y'all never heard Tamia and them, she shows out. She shows out. Yeah. And not only Tamia, we got a lot of other entertainment that comes here.
But what I'm saying, it has grown, and I'm saying so. That whole entertainment piece has grown and taken off, you know what I'm saying, from just those initial conversations, to the extent that, because I didn't know some of the people, man. I didn't know them personally. I didn't know Sean. I didn't know Intense. I didn't know Paul Rogers. I didn't know Natural Change. But, some of these people, Soulful Sounds with Aaron and all these other different people say, well, what about them? And I'd be like, well, what about them? We'll call them up. Okay, let's call them. You know what I'm saying? Let's call them. That's it. That's it. We called them. Bang! Done. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We've been getting entertainment since. But it's a delicate balance between having an entertainment facility and still keeping the pure feel of the lounge and not trying to make it into an auditorium.
And that's exactly where I was gonna go.
Yeah.
Because you have lounges in the city that do entertainment. Some don't. You have lounges like Smoking Jacket. Shout out to Roz. Jacket. Does some great entertainment over there.
And Roz is a pioneer, y'all.
Absolutely.
So straight off the muscle. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you. This is different. I'm gonna take you off for a minute, but I'm gonna say, get some props here.
Do it.
So they had this Zoom on a couple of the lounge owners had this Zoom with Clay Jenkins and Dr. Wong and some other stuff about COVID.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And so I wasn't invited. Roz wasn't invited. A couple other people weren't invited, right? Mm-hmm. And so, but I got, somebody from city council sent me the Zoom. They're like, why weren't you on this? And I was like, I didn't even know about it. And so they sent it to me. And so when I saw the people on it, I was like, okay, I know why I wasn't invited to that. No problem. But even though somebody call themselves not liking me or whatever the case, even if you leave me off, it's extremely inappropriate for anybody to talk about cigar lounges without giving Roz her props. Off the muscle.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've been over there. I met Roz, sweetheart. She the lounge is nice. Entertainment's off the chain.
I mean, it's inappropriate for anybody. I'm gonna tell you something. Here's how it works. The first black cigar lounge owner in our recent memory, in the area that I know, is Tim Davidson. So we all consider him to be our godfather of cigars.
D&B.
D&B over in Mesquite. Yeah.
We giving y'all these lounges.
Yeah.
So
D&B
take
over
notes,
in
go support them.
Right. And so it's like, in my idea, it's inappropriate to have these conversations about cigars and cigar lounge and lounge owners or whatever case, and not give the people who laid the foundation their props, plain and simple.
Wow.
So, well, matter of fact, back to that conversation, when we started talking about cigar lounges, I went over to, because I used to live I used to live in those apartments behind D&B.
Okay.
Okay. And so I went around the corner, went and talked to him. He said, I'll tell you what, he says, I'll tell you whatever you want to do, whatever you want to know when you get your cigar license. Because until then, I can't talk to you and nobody else can talk to you. So get your license, then we'll talk.
And is that the first time you heard that from anybody?
Yeah.
See that?
But here's the thing. So other people wanted to talk about shit, and then so I was at first I was kind of like, oh man, that nigga asshole, man, you know. But then other people wouldn't talk to me because they would ask me, well, what's your license number? And I'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So got down with the state comptroller, got the license, went back, showed him. He made me, and I showed him the license. He made me a list of vendors and all. You call this one first. Made me a whole action list of what to do, steps and take. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tim. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, and I don't think if anybody else wanted to open a lounge or whatever case, I don't think that your experience with him would be any different. Matter of fact, I don't have any reason to think that your experience with him should be any different.
There's a reason why they call him
the Godfather of the cigars. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But that goes back to black business owners supporting other black business owners
Right.
and not hating or stopping or anything. Because it's not competition.
No.
It shouldn't be. It's
diversity.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
word.
diversity.
That's the word right there.
So that's what it is. It's really what it is. And so we all kicked it. So where was we at? Anyway, so for us, I wanted this to be initially I wanted to be a pure lounge. There's a difference between a lounge and entertainment facility.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of entertainment here because no matter what, we gotta keep these bills up.
But you gotta evolve.
Yeah, and we got. But the thing about it, because that's how I segued off. Here's the thing, Roz set a new standard for, and this is where I'm gonna integrate this whole conversation with the whole Dr. Wong and Clay Jenkins thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I said. I said when I got a chance to talk to Clay Jenkins by myself, I was like, I told him, and I was like, yo, this is y'all are wrong. And he's like, well, it sounds like you're admonishing me, But it was like white man, like it sounds like you're admonishing me. I was like, I am.
Yeah.
I am. I'm yes. Mm-hmm. Because it was inappropriate for y'all to have that conversation without Roz. Well, we don't know. I said, try to say they didn't know who Roz was. I said, here, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to have that, okay? Because if you wanted to look up cigar lounges, all you gotta do is get on social media. So you don't tell me you trying to have a conversation with the cigar lounge owners, okay? And you didn't access the physical information that's easily available to you. You see what I'm saying? So come on with that bullshit, And so then he's like, well, yeah. I was like, yeah, too. It is what it is. It's kind of like shotters. Shotters, they said, It sounds like extortion. Nigga, because that's what it is.
Shotters, yeah, you seen that movie, you better watch it.
Yeah, it sounds like extortion. Nigga, because that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So, so that's the whole thing. That Roz set a new standard, man, for what black people expect in their smoking experience, okay? And that doesn't mean everybody has gone there, because even if you haven't gone there, you probably have heard of it, So you've heard that, they have a DJ sometimes. You've heard that they have, they smoke and can have a birthday party there, have music and all that kind of stuff. And even though she doesn't have food in her establishment, she does have food accessible because there's some restaurants that are available right there, So it doesn't mean that you can't get something to eat. It means you just can't get it to eat in there, And then when she doesn't have, that's number one. And so, then even if like those restaurants were closed or whatever case, and they're not, but she can have Shrimp Doc. Shout out to Dave. Food trucks and stuff show up. So it makes it the full experience. It makes it the full black experience that we like. We want the entertainment. Absolutely. We want the food.
And she's BYOB.
And she's BYOB. Yeah. So you still have the liquor. You know what I'm saying? So you still have the liquor.
Then you have, the lounges like the Sawyer. Shout out to Larry.
Yeah, the Sawyer.
You have lounges like Formerly Blowing Smoke. Allure has entertainment now.
Number one, what up?
Allure has entertainment now as well.
Hey man, come here.
Smitty just stepped in the building. Hey, come on, Smitty.
Come on.
Cigar Lifestyles in the building. We got a guest.
Pull up a chair, bro.
We got a guest in the building, man. Can we do that? We got a guest in the building.
Yeah, ain't gotta worry about that. Shit.
Man, it means we got a guest in the building. Come on over here. Man. Just stepped in the building, y'all. Cigar Lifestyle. Smitty. Y'all know him, everybody. Man. Glenn is in the building, man. We talking. It's a good thing you stepped in, man, because you have a lot of knowledge and information of what we talking about, and where you stepped in on, we was talking about the diversity within the lounges, and we were speaking on Roz.
Number 3 right there.
Yeah, what about number 3?
Hold on, fuck it. I'll tell y'all what. Okay, so let me come on, stand back.
And
So
we got another. This is Mr. Tim Williams.
Right.
Williams Chicken's finest. Williams Chicken's love for me. He's also in the building, member here at the Attaché Lounge. You know, he's jumping on with us, and you know, I'm glad all you guys are here because we can all kind of talk about
the
what we
only
got
person
going
we're
on
missing
right
right now, part of Mount Rushmore is Rachel.
Yes.
But okay.
Now,
right.
before you guys walked in, we were talking about the diversity of the lounges, and we were speaking on Smoking Jacket and Roz.
Okay.
How Jason was describing how his opinion, she's a pioneer of the cigar world. You know, because you know she was kind of the first one to have the entertainment in there and things like that. So let me ask you this: I start with you, then I go to you, Tim. Because you're a member of Smoking Jacket. You freak
Yes,
there.
I am. I'm a member there.
So just tell us your experience at the Smoking Jacket.
Well, you know, when Smoking Jacket initially opened, you know, people vary their business by their hours and things like that. So we used to close real early, and people, you know, haters, a lot of bad things to say about Roz and this and that. And I kind of fell into that trap for about maybe 3-6 months. Then I decided, well, let me go up here, check it out for myself, which I should have did in the first place. Went up there,
See, that's
met
not
Roz,
that's props right there.
met
That's props
Roz,
right there.
and nothing but love. You know, she opened up at the time when I got there. They didn't have any lockers or any memberships available, so I would just come, you know, just hang out and kick it there. Okay, finally, I was able to get in the membership, get me a locker and everything. And when it comes to entertainment, fellowship, there's no issues ever up there. It's a great, I don't want to say wholesome, but it's pretty close to it. You know, I never had an issue up there. She was basically the only one at that time that was really doing some serious entertainment.
Wow.
And it was nothing but love.
And that's what I told Clay Jenkins and them. That's what I was telling them when they were talking about the black lounges versus the white lounges. I said it was inappropriate for them. I told Clay Jenkins and Dr. Wong, I was like, man, for y'all to have this conversation about cigar lounges,
Right.
And he's like, you know, oh, it sounds like you're admonishing me. I'm like, shit, I am. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because it's
right.
inappropriate for y'all to have this conversation without asking Roz. I mean, so I'm saying, well, for whatever reason, anybody y'all could not have it without me. That's cool. But it's inappropriate for y'all not to involve Roz in this conversation because she started this. You see what I'm
Without
saying?
Roz and without Tim.
Yeah, and
You know,
Yeah, right.
there we go.
You know,
Tim Davis.
Tim
Davis,
Davis.
yeah, Tim Davis.
Without
Yeah.
Tim Davis, without Roz Stafford. I mean, as far as the black lounge experience, a lot of the black lounges that are here today have been through DMB.
Yeah, we
They've
standing
been
on the
through,
shoulder.
You know, Smoking Jacket, and
Well,
they
you can't leave
started
out
after
the
that.
you can't leave out the living room.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't leave Chris out the living room.
Right.
And that's really where I really know I was smoking here and there, where a place where you can have African Americans come in
Right.
and really have a good experience. Then Roz came on the scene with her. Well, then Tim came on the scene after. I was with Chris at the living room. Then Tim Davis came in, and then after Tim, then Roz. But Roz was the one really expanded the size,
She done
the
totally
experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And, you know, like I said, I was member number 1 at Smoking Jacket.
2 number 1s.
Yeah. And so, you know, and like I'm just like you said, nothing but love, you know, professional what she does. Had a very good
Yes.
humidor.
Yes.
And she brought the entertainment. She brought the
Yes, she
entertainment.
did.
And, you know, different smokers like different things. You know, I smoke. I don't need a lot of entertainment because I enjoy my smoke.
Right.
A little jazz, but some people do. So she gave them, those people who want that entertainment, she gave it to them.
Correct.
And so she gave you something different, and that's when we really experience. Okay, we like entertainment when we do. But some of us, we just like, hey, we're gonna sit back, have our smoke, have a cocktail, have conversation, and keep moving. Middle of the day, put 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
You got a spot here, just like at the Smoking Jacket,
Right.
just like a Tim Davis spot where you go in, have your cigar in downtime, do a Zoom, do a call, do a report, and keep it moving.
Correct.
And they have everything that you need in there for a
Correct.
good experience in a cigar lounge.
Let me go back a little bit before you guys walked in. We were kind of talking. We were talking about where the attaché started with his his dream, what he wanted to do, and then we got up until, we got everything in. Now, you guys have been here from day one, especially you, number one. So let me ask you guys, when you met him and you listening to what he's saying and you seeing his dream and his vision and things like that, because I look up to you guys as far as cigar smokers and a lot of other things, but I want to know, when you hear him talk about at the beginning what he wanted to do, his vision, things like that, like what was your thought? Did you say like, I heard that before, or did you hear it? Because I know when I met him the first time, I was like, man, this guy's hungry. Like I see what he's trying to do. What if you can kind of take it your
I'll start off, and we're going to jump over to Tim. Well, like I had told Jason, when I came in, I looked around. Jay came up, kind of like at the front. There was nothing here, no bars, none of that stuff, furniture, all that stuff. Nothing was here. Jay told me what his vision was, and I'm pretty visual myself. So I looked, and I said, well, damn, I see this. I said, I guarantee you what, as soon as you say memberships are open, I will be there, okay? And I'm gonna ride with this until the wheels fall off, because the concept is different for a cigar lounge, okay? It's just set up totally different to where, you come in, you got 14, 15 luxury living rooms all in one. You got a full bar, you got a kitchen, you got a little massage area. So it's just different than any cigar lounge I've been to, okay? And so when I'm here, it just kind of like feels like, kicking it at the crib, just chilling around great people.
Absolutely.
So that was my first experience with it. And like I said, he sent the message out that night. I think I was at the front door waiting on him when he got here to open up with my money in hand.
And the only way he beat me from being number one, I was out of town the day that he opened.
And that's how Rachel scooped.
Yeah. I was out of town when he came, because I came in the same way. He talked about it. He said, I'm not ready. I said, when you're ready, let me know. He hit me on a text. I was out of town on business, but when I came back, I said, okay, I'll do it. Then I said, well, I'll pay my money. Then I thought about it as another businessman. I said, no, this brother has spent a lot of money trying to get this place, because I've been there, open restaurant and everything, so I know how capital strapped you can get. So versus me doing the month-to-month deal, I said, hey, man, I'm writing you a check for the year.
Wow.
That's because I understood that this brother needs some money, because I've been there. I've been there with my franchise partners and everything. Understand that to open them doors,
Takes some money.
it takes money to get them doors
Capital
open.
is everything.
And so, that's how, I wrote the check, and, we've been rolling ever since.
Ever since.
And it is what it is. Just like people say, some people gonna love you, some people gonna hate you.
Right.
But it's enough room out here for everybody to be successful, because you determine your destiny. And like I said, one thing, as an African American male, I'm not gonna ever try to step on another black man's street.
Never.
Because without a dream, without a vision, it ain't gonna happen anyway.
Right. Yeah, that
So
goes back to that
and when you putting, as his favorite word is, when you put money on the wood, it shows you how much you believe in your dream and your vision.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because when you put your last dime in,
Yeah, money on the wood make gambling good.
yeah.
And I tell you something funny. I had seen Tim at the beginning up here. I didn't know him. I hadn't met him or anything. So I think it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. I forget which holiday it was. Met my grandmother's house. Everybody's coming in with chicken. We're in chicken. Like, we got ham and turkey. Like, what are y'all getting chicken for? Oh, they giving away chicken on a holiday up at the William Chicken on 35 Illinois, if you don't know. So I say, really? So I'm hungry. I go up there. This man's out in the parking lot giving away food to people, to anybody, that could have needed or not needed. And I said, wait a minute. Shay, right? Yeah, I said, oh, you serious? And the reason I say that, because since I've been a member here, I've grown so many great friendships and relationships in business partners. Some of y'all know my business partner right there, who brought me on with him. And that's what you get from places like this, these cigar lounges and and,
Oh, yeah.
and things
Yeah.
like that. Not
all
just
about
It's all about
yeah.
it's all about networking,
Yeah.
man. It's all about networking.
All about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
if you ain't networking, you ain't not working.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. So we're here now. We're at the attaché. You got everything in. You got the grand opening going. Let me. At what point did you say, or something happened where you said, you know what, I might have messed it up. I might have messed it up because I'm new at this.
Oh, it's a gang of mistakes in here. Oh, it's
But what is your thought process when you identify something that you could have did different or handled different? You know, where as a business owner, because I don't own a business, so I can't
Right.
even speak like I know from your perspective. But at what point did you say, you know what, I can do that different, or we can change this, we can do that? Because you want
Ooh.
to ultimately you want to keep your business open.
That's a file cabinet full of shit.
Look, everybody, it's about you learn from your mistakes. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes, and you learn from your mistakes, and you try to go back and correct the mistakes that you made. So you don't do it. It's just like history. If you never understand your history, you're gonna repeat your history.
Oh man, I
See
like
who's
that.
at them. See walking. Look out the window. See who's at them. Walking.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
No,
So-
look right. No, you look good.
Yeah.
Look good.
Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. It's all about you learn from your mistakes. Even in history, you know, you go back. If you don't understand your history, you gonna keep making those same mistakes over
Yeah.
and over again. So you know, we all human.
Absolutely.
Nothing's perfect. So you know, the good thing about it is that if you have enough people around you that experience that, experience the business,
Yeah.
and they care enough about you to say
correct you.
on one on
And
one,
say stuff.
yeah,
Say
not
stuff.
try,
Yeah.
not try to say it out in front of a whole bunch of people, not try to embarrass you, he don't know what he's doing, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Take the time and sit down and have a conversation with that individual.
Mm-hmm.
And I think us as a race, we don't do that enough.
Wow.
We'll talk about each other, but we won't
Yeah.
sit down and have a serious conversation with each other
That's so true.
if we make a mistake or we don't do something to your liking. Because, you know, it takes a whole lot of people to make this world go around.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Taché's popping. It's open. At this point, we got the live music going. We have the release session in the building. Nothing further interests me.
I'm gonna step out, finish my day,
I appreciate you.
Right on.
and
Okay.
think
Tim
Tim
Williams.
Williams in on your
Always.
interview.
Always.
Tim Williams, y'all. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
So, we got everything going. Now, you got a new dream. You got a new vision.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so I might that's probably Isaiah. Okay, so I'm competitive. If y'all didn't know, if anybody told y'all.
And I think you should. Most people should be.
Yeah.
Who
yeah.
wants to lose?
Right. So check this out. So me and my college roommate at Ohio State, we used to watch Tuesday night fights on ESPN. Right. And so we were watching these two guys, because them Tuesday night fights, them dudes would fought for like 4 rounds. And they got in there and they were young, they were journeymen. They got in there and bang. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They wasn't trying, there was really not a whole lot of money involved, so you couldn't say somebody was trying to get the paycheck and run. Right? For either one. You know what I'm saying? They might have been fighting for like $2,000. Right? So these two dudes got into this fight, and Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley were commenting on the fight, and what else I said? Okay. And so this one dude was like perfectly cut up dude, 6'1", like 185, you know, rock hard, cut up, had a tattoo on his back. He was advertising everybody. He was floating like Apollo Creed, you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit. What's up, son? And so then this other dude, he was in there fighting. He had he you know, had a little stomach on him like mine, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, out there, he had his girl in the crowd, and his girl was out there, she was full pregnant, and she looked like nappy head Nancy, you know what I'm saying, out there. Looked like she just got finished picking cotton, right? And so they got in there, so they were talking about the two guys, and they were commenting on which one's history was this, and so Jim Lampley said, "Oh, well, this guy, I'm gonna bet on this dude look like Hercules, because you know he was a high school wrestling champion, and he, you know, part of the high school state of Kentucky or whatever basketball champion team or whatever the case." And so Larry Merchant said, "Nah, you're gonna be wrong about that one." He said, "You better not bet no money on him." Right? He said, well, why not? He said, because I saw him fight 2 months ago, and he's only going to do enough to lose competitively. Now, in my life, I had never heard those two words used together.
Lose competitively.
I was like, how the fuck do you lose competitively?
Lose competitively. That's deep.
Right. And I was like, what? So I watched it, and the dude, the perfectly cut up dude, was. He was gliding like you remember like Apollo Creed told Rocky, man, you gotta glide, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. He was gliding on him and stuff like that, and so he threw a couple of jabs and kind of hit him, Then the fat dude kind of like took his blows, but the fat dude, you see this like there's this moment in the fight where the fat dude's like,
he can't beat me.
oh, that's all that nigga got.
Yeah.
Like he might have psychologically had him beat at first, right?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, that's all he got. So the pregnant girl, the fat dude's pregnant girlfriend, get up like, get on his ass, right? And the dude, man, you remember the bass track? The bass line for "Dumb Girl" Run DMC.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. That's how they think of threw them blows down on his head, man. Tore his ass up, fight over. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is this: I don't ever want to do anything to lose competitively. You see what I'm saying? I don't ever want to just barely win. I am that Muhammad Ali dude that when I beat you, I'm gonna stand over you. You know what I'm saying? I want the medal, I want the money, I want the newspaper articles, I want the TV commercials, I want the shoe endorsements, I want it all. The champion to the victor goes the spoils. I want it all. And so for me and my competitiveness, to move into my next project, I want it all. Plain and simple, I want it all. And so, for people who didn't know, we are building the Attaché Resort.
Heard that?
So, we are building a resort. It is
never been done before.
Never been done before. And I've seen some of the lounges. I've heard different stories about. Like some of the places like Davidoff and some like those places, they're supposed to be these really high-end places that when black people go into them, they act like, what are you doing here? And historically over time, in this nation, black people have been the people who did all the work, who did the construction, served food and all this kind of stuff. We do all the stuff. We grow the food, bake the table, wax the floor, but then we can't come in and sit down at the table and have a meal,
Wow.
So that's part of why I decided to do something different, because I'm going to do it where we can all enjoy. We're going to be able to earn a living wage in the construction of the project, but also when the construction of the project is finished and it's time to open the doors, we're also going to be able to have those same people come in and sit down at the table and have a plate. Now,
I've seen the blueprints and they look absolutely beautiful. Do you have maybe, a timeline?
Some of the phases, it has 5 phases. So we have the big house, we have the members lounge, which we call the big house with 2 G's. So the big house, we have the guest lounge. Guest lounge is still gonna be slamming. The guest lounge is gonna be called Cigar Utopia. It's gonna look like a separate store out front. It's gonna be called Cigar Utopia. We have the indoor-outdoor pavilion. We have the Dee Dee's observation deck and Ronnie's koi pond. We have Big Ray's botanical garden. Then we have the bungalows. We have 24 different bungalows sitting out.
Oh wow!
And so you'll be able to rent the bungalows overnight, or for days on end, or whatever the case, like a hotel room or like an Airbnb or whatever the case. So,
man, that's a lot for a cigar lounge, and that sounds like the bomb.
But also the thing about it is inside the big house. Inside the big house, we're not, because they asked me at the city when I started talking to the city about what we were doing and how we wanted to do it. They asked me this typical question. The city council asked you how many jobs you're gonna create. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna take it up a step. So when I'm sitting down with city council. I'm sitting down with all these people, and they're kind of like in this big circle, and it's like me in the middle. And I said, well, that's the old way. And so somebody says, well, what do you mean? Kind of like in disbelief. What do you mean? And then the authoritative disbelief, like, what are you talking about? Right. I said, well, not only am I going to create jobs, but the object is not only create jobs, it's create businesses. Subsequent other businesses. I said, it's like the effect that an army base would have. You know,
Right.
you got all these other support businesses that have to be put in place to support the base.
And everything can be an avenue to other things.
Right. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So inside the lounge, we'll have a cell phone dealer. We have a dispensary. Nugget. If y'all didn't catch that.
I heard that. Dispensary.
Cell phone dispensary. We have an FFL licensed arms dealer.
License on dealer.
Never before has alcohol and firearms been put in one building legally.
So a lot of these things that are going to be going on in the
Our
lounge.
first. Yeah. We'll have a spa. We'll have Diamond's Garden. Inside Diamond's Garden, you can get everything you want done to your body. You can get a facial. You can get your teeth cleaned. You can get makeup done. You can get your eyebrows threaded or
A lot of stuff for the ladies.
A lot of stuff for the ladies. Massages, the whole, manicure, pedicure, haircut, hairdo, all that type of stuff. You also have Elements of Style. Shout out to DeMonte. So you can come in there looking like a raggedy as a pop firecracker, and then leave out there, leave a wedding day.
Fresh.
Yeah, looking like a wedding day perfect. We'll have a thing called photo flash recording that whatever issue you got with anything you want to do that you want recorded. If you want to do your own podcast, they have all that equipment in there. They're gonna set it up, boom, boom, boom. You don't have to bring any equipment. You have to have your material be ready to talk.
Wow. So let's do this where we're at. Got about 15 minutes. So we went through the current Attaché Lounge. We talked about the new project you're working on. Now, I want to touch as an owner. This is an owner. Give me one word. If I ask you to give me one word, you feel that some owners need to have in their vocabulary as a business owner, what would that word be?
Proximity.
Proximity. Why you say that?
Proximity. Because people say your personality becomes a combination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So
Wow.
if you spend your time with negative people, if you spend your time with people who are dream stealers, if you spend your time with the wrong people, then you will begin to take on the shape of your container.
Wow. I like that.
Proximity. So who's next to you? So here's the thing. That's it's a matter. Y'all will be able to see our new logo for the new lounge is a little owl character. His name is Trevor. Okay, but Trevor's always gonna be asking, who you smoking with?
I like that. Who you smoking with?
Who you smoking?
Because that
with?
is important. That
Yeah.
is so important. I've learned that in my small years of smoking cigars. The who you smoking with is very, very important. Because that could be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing. Hate to say it, but it happens.
Yeah.
It definitely happens. So you have you. We have Denise.
Yeah.
Who the rest of the staff here?
Oh, Ray Busby, Ronnie Robbins, Denoya Daniels, Jennifer Hall, Jeremias, we call him Bud.
And that's the staff. Now, I will say this, hosting the release section here, staff takes care of you.
Yeah, we got our ass busted the other day.
Yeah, we did.
We got our shit handed to us because we were down some staff. We had, different, this COVID and all this kind of stuff, y'all really kind of mess people up because, we want to be safe and stuff when people find like they got a diagnosis in one case, sometimes that's sudden. And so I'm going to say y'all be generous with us and be kind because we work our ass off for y'all, but sometimes we had people who couldn't come. Somebody's parent was in distress and somebody else didn't, had some other situations going on. So we had to run it with 2 people for a minute, So it can get hectic.
Now, what's on the program this week?
Ooh, we got Eve's birthday is on Thursday, tomorrow.
Ooh, Eve Wooten.
Eve Wooten.
Shout out to Eve Wooten.
Yeah, Eve Wooten.
Alumni.
Yeah.
She sang her butt off.
Yeah, she's a alumni. Attaché performer alumni.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in our group. She's in our suite with us. Then on Friday, we have Frank Hasty and the Demerge Band. Frank Hasty.
All right.
Then on Saturday we got Ryan Spunky Adams with Jazz Fusion. He's a young brother out of Oklahoma City. He can play that sax, y'all. He's got a different kind of sound. You know, he's got a really funky sound. And then on Sunday we have the Women's Takeover, and Tamia will be performing at the Women's Takeover.
Tamia and them.
Tamia and
Sunday, Women's Takeover.
That's a day party. Sundays are day parties. In the spring and Attaché, we do day parties because we know y'all got to work on Monday morning, so we don't party y'all out to the end of the night.
Yeah.
So we
Now
let
for
y'all get
those
some
of
rest.
y'all that's scared of a little bit of rain, inside.
It's
Day
inside.
party inside.
Yes.
Can't beat that. And
7,000 square feet, so we got plenty of space for social distancing. Ventilation here is primo. That's the one thing that I wanted to make sure that when I saw other lounges, people were complaining about how they smell their hair and their clothes and stuff when they left the lounge. Here, you don't leave here with your hair and your clothes and all your stuff smell like smoke.
No. Now, what if I want to watch a game?
Oh shoot, we got the games in here. We got 17 TVs out in the lounge.
17 TVs.
And then 2 more inside here in the Platinum Plus room. Shooting if shit get to crumble, goddamn, you can go watch a TV game in my office.
But,
You know what I'm
but I might be hungry.
Man, we got a full menu. We got
full menu.
Yeah, we got chicken. You got different chicken options. We got fish options. We got burgers. We got actually got a turkey burger too. We got an Impossible Burger too for the vegans while y'all playing.
Yep.
So we try to make it really round. JJ and some of the ladies wanted salad, so we started doing salads. You know, we don't do salad every day, but we do salads because our ladies started asking for us, and we listen to what our ladies say.
So we got food, we got entertainment, social distance. You're gonna be comfortable.
Cigars.
I'm trying to think what this lounge don't have, and I can't think of nothing.
A bar that I think that I try to make sure everything that anybody could want within reason is there. You know, the only thing I don't keep a really steady supply of right now is blends. You know, but for the most part, you know, you might find yourself some Johnny Walker Blue up in there if you want it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
All right, well, I'll tell you this before we close this thing out, man. If there's anything you wanna add on, you wanna say.
No, I'm just saying, everybody, man, you know, whatever your dream is, no matter what it is, man, do it to its fullest, man. Do not be worried about nobody else trying to stand in your way. Nobody can kill your dream but you. Nobody can kill your effort but you. Just like people can't make you nobody can make you, you know, lose weight, go to church, you know, get an education. Nobody can do those major lifestyle things for you, but also nobody can kill your dream but you. So for me, hopefully the things that I do are an example for these young kids. I want these kids to see that, man, that's a black guy that did that over there. You know, and although I used to be an athlete, I don't want them to think that the only way they gotta, you know, to see themselves up beyond the glass ceiling is through entertainment or athletics, because it's not.
It's not. Hey, y'all heard that, man. This is Jason Stanford, the owner of the Attaché Lounge, 4099 West Kent Wisdom Road. Man, we had a really good conversation here today. This is the release session for the Smoking Word, podcast 1. And I definitely want to have him on because not only is he a good business partner, a great friend to me. So, again, on everything we've talked about and touched on, you know, not only the Attaché, we want to show love to all the lounges, Smoking Jacket, Allure, formerly Blowing Smoke. Kunomo, shout out to Tommy, man, the cigar head in this world. Shout out to Tommy, Larry, the Boiler Room, Cigar Arts. Yeah. I don't even know what I missed. Blueprint. Blueprint. Shout out to Warren and Bowtie at the new Blueprint Lounge. That is spanking new, 45 days old, 306 Lincoln Square. That's one of the new cigar families that's in the cigar world. Definitely go support them guys. Everybody we just talked about, a really good lounge to smoke at. If you can't get here, you can always get there.
Right.
Myself personally, I will be having the next Spoken Word Poetry Show, the release session presents All the Way Up, March 20th. That is next Saturday, right here at the Attaché Lounge. The event went up today. The tickets went up today. Most importantly, though, we're going to treat you right when you walk through the door. So with that being said, I want to again thank Jason for sitting down and talking with us today. Thank everybody that tuned on and watched. This will be on the Release Session YouTube channel. If you missed some parts, you want to go back and watch it, please do. Subscribe to the page, support it. We're trying to do a lot of good things, a lot of big things. Thank you for Glenn Smith, Cigar Lifestyle. You can catch him at Taco Patron on Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And also, we just stepped onto a new spot yesterday, the Blue Mesa off of Belline Mumford. We just kicked that off yesterday.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Shout out to Linda Bingham, man, for bringing us on. We're going to keep
Lynn, what up, boy?
Absolutely.
I know you love Lynn. All right.
Shout out to Tim Williams, man. William Chicken, that's a great guy, man. Does
Hey,
a
go
lot
get
of stuff
y'all
with
some Williams chicken while y'all
Go
playing.
get you some chicken. Don't come in here with some other chicken. He will not like it. I
Nah, I
promise.
ain't gonna have it.
Shout out to him and shout out to everybody that stepped up. So, with that being said, thank everybody that tuned on. Again, thank Jason, thank the Attaché Lounge for allowing us to do this here and sit down with them. Much love to everybody. We're out this thing. Y'all be nice. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, dog.
All right.
Oh man, that was nice. That was
For sure.
real nice.
For sure.
You got to stand up, man. Come on, smoke.
Right on.